My name's Sam. I'm here with WatchMojo.com on the Suzuki flagship model, the Hayabusa. These bikes, among others, are the highest quality, fastest bikes in the world, and you can really tell it when you look at their show.
This is the GSX-R 600, one of the 3 models that we make in the GSX-R series.
I noticed that the bikes is really stylized. It's one of the things that Suzuki's, in my opinion, really known for is the style of bikes. So what did you guys do in terms of style this year?
These bikes are actually designed in wind tunnel testing. Through clay models and attaching all kinds of pieces of ribbon and using smoke chambers, they figure out the best flow, where the rider has to sit, how big the bubble or the fairing has to be for them to tuck under it. Once they figure that all out, then they try to smooth it over, paint it up, and make it look pretty. But most of this design and style that you see is based on function rather than look. You know, as you see, that exhaust system is, you know, the outside is basically all titanium. And titanium is, of course, very light and it withstands heat. And of course, in a valve train situation, the light weight allows the engine to rev much quicker. Actually, I have a soft spot for this. This is the 2008 version of the M109R. If you're into power cruisers, this definitely is the horsepower king. It's certainly not for beginners. You need to know what you're doing.
Why is it harder to ride a cruiser than it would be to ride, for instance, a sport bike?
This, of course, you know, it does have GSX-R style brakes and calipers on it, but you're dealing with a lot more mass here, a lot more weight. You get that kind of speed going on a heavy bike. It takes a lot longer to slow down, and also when you're, you know, going through a corner, you've got a lot more mass there. The ground clearance on the foot pegs of these is quite high, and if you'll notice, there's a replaceable bolt at the end of each foot peg. When you drive cruisers on the road and you go around corners, if that starts dragging, you stop leaning it over. You just don't go any further. They're not meant for Ricky Road Racer. Yeah. This is meant for the guy that wants to just cruise around and look cool and go fast. This is the 2008 1300 Suzuki Hayabusa, and this is a full model change year for this bike. It came out in 1999, was the first year, and been pretty much the same motorcycle all the way through. In order to keep that enthusiasm out there, it was time for a change to get people to part with their old 1999s and come up to a 2008. I mean, this has absolutely turned into be a cult bike. It's the only motorcycle that's in the Guinness World Book of Records as holding the highest land speed record of a production motorcycle. I'm happy to report for those speed freaks out there that it actually has more horsepower than the previous model.